New Perspectives on Computer Concepts 2013, Chapter 6, The Internet. In this video, you will learn about Internet technology, fixed Internet access, portable and mobile Internet access, Internet services, Internet security. Section A, Internet technology. In this section, you will learn about background, Internet infrastructure, Internet protocols, addresses, and domains, connection speed. The ARPANET, created in 1969, connected computers at UCLA, Stanford Research Institute, University of Utah, and University of California at Santa Barbara. Early Internet pioneers used primitive command line user interfaces to send email, transfer files, and run scientific calculations on Internet supercomputers. With an estimated 500 million nodes and more than 2 billion users, the Internet is huge. The Internet is not owned or operated by any single corporation or government. The Internet backbone is a network of high-capacity communications links that provides the main routes for data traffic across the Internet. Backbone links and routers are maintained by network service providers, or NSPs. NSP equipment and links are tied together by network access points, or NAPs. An Internet service provider, or ISP, is a company that offers Internet access to individuals, businesses, and smaller ISPs. The first figure illustrates how the Internet backbone includes high-speed routers and high-speed fiber optic links. Parts of the backbone, maintained by different communications companies, are connected at network access points, or NAPs. The second figure shows how various ISP equipment is connected. To communicate with an ISP, your computer uses some type of communications device, such as a modem. A computer can have a permanently assigned static IP address or a temporarily assigned dynamic IP address. A domain name is a key component of web page addresses and email addresses. This figure describes how a domain name is routed through your ISP to your designated domain name server, which searches through its database to find a corresponding IP address. The IP address can then be attached to packets, such as requests for web pages. This figure describes the steps involved with registering a domain name. The first step in registering a domain name is to find out whether the name is currently in use or reserved for future use. If a domain name is not available, consider using a different top-level domain, such as biz, instead of com. After you've found an available domain name, you can continue the registration process by filling out a simple online form. Data travels over the Internet at an incredible speed. The elapsed time for data to make a round trip from point A to point B and back to point A is referred to as latency. Upstream speed is the rate that data is uploaded from your computer, versus downstream speed, which is the rate of data downloaded to your computer. In this figure, traceroute is used to monitor an Internet connection between a small lakeside cabin in northern Michigan and the hot-wired website. The satellite connection has extremely high latency and timed out before the website could be accessed. When upstream speeds differ from downstream speeds, you have an asymmetric Internet connection. When upstream and downstream speeds are the same, you have a symmetric Internet connection. Internet connection options include fixed Internet access, portable Internet access, and mobile Internet access. This figure illustrates how speed tests measure the average number of bits that are transmitted per second, whereas utilities such as ping and traceroute measure the time required for a packet to make a round trip from your computer and back. Section B, Fixed Internet Access. In this section, you will learn about dial-up connections, DSL, cable Internet service, satellite Internet service, fixed wireless service, and fixed Internet connection roundup. A dial-up connection is a fixed Internet connection that uses a voiceband modem and telephone lines to transport data between your computer and your ISP. A voice band modem converts the signals from your computer into audible analog signals that can travel over telephone lines. Modem speed is measured in bits per second. DSL is a high-speed digital always-on internet access technology that runs over standard phone lines. The speed of a DSL connection varies depending on the DSL modem and DSL filter. The first figure illustrates how voice and data signals travel over DSL to a special device at the local telephone switching station, where they are divided and routed to an ISP or to the regular telephone network. The second figure shows how a DSL modem connects your computer to a telephone wall jack. You can plug the modem into your computer's USB or Ethernet port. Cable internet service distributes always-on broadband internet access over the same infrastructure that offers cable television service. Cable modems convert your computer's signal into one that can travel over the CATV network. Cable internet service is an always-on connection and uses DOCSIS-compliant cable modems. Satellite internet service distributes always-on, high-speed, asymmetric internet access by broadcasting signals to and from a personal satellite dish. A satellite modem is a device that modulates data signals from a computer into a frequency band that can be carried to the satellite dish, where it is converted to another frequency, amplified, and transmitted. Fixed wireless internet service, such as WiMAX, broadcasts signals in order to offer internet access to large areas. A WiMAX system transmits data to and from WiMAX antennas mounted on towers. Under ideal conditions, WiMAX can transmit data at 70 megabits per second. This figure shows various fixed internet access options. Section C. Portable and mobile internet access. In this section, you will learn about Internet to Go, Wi-Fi hotspots, portable and mobile WiMAX, portable satellite service, cellular data service. Portable internet access can be defined as the ability to easily move your internet service from one location to another. Mobile internet access offers a continuous internet connection as you are walking or riding in a bus, car, train, or plane. A Wi-Fi hotspot is an area in which the public can access a Wi-Fi network that offers internet service. Wi-Fi does not typically provide acceptable mobile internet access because you can only remain connected within range of the network's hotspot. WiMAX can be used as a portable technology because internet access is available to subscribers anywhere within a tower's coverage area. You use the same internet service provider whether you are at home or on the road with mobile WiMAX. This figure shows a vehicle-mounted satellite dish, which can be deployed from a control panel inside the vehicle. As with fixed satellite service, however, latency becomes a factor for real-time applications such as video conferencing, streaming movies, and online gaming. Using cell phone technology to access the internet offers mobility that is not yet possible with most of today's wired or wireless computer network technologies. The 3G cellular technologies for internet access are EDGE, EBDO, and HSUPA. WAP, or Wireless Application Protocol, is a communications protocol that provides internet access from handheld devices. For the real internet, cellular service providers offer data services, sometimes referred to as mobile broadband. Most cellular service providers offer wireless modems for broadband data access. MiFi is a brand name for a compact, mobile, wireless router offered by Novatel Wireless. Some cell phones, such as the Droid X and iPhone, can act as a Wi-Fi hotspot by becoming the router for a wireless network. Section D. Internet Services. In this section, you will learn about cloud computing, real-time messaging, voice over IP, forums, wikis, blogs, and tweets, grid computing, FTP, and file sharing networks. Cloud computing depends on a grid of servers, storage devices, and protocols that offer Internet-accessible computing services, ranging from consumer-level media sharing to office productivity applications and complex corporate data processing. This figure shows apps.gov, which is a government initiative to support cloud computing services to all U.S. government agencies. It includes a wide range of business and productivity applications, along with services such as web hosting and secure storage. A network-based real-time messaging system allows people to exchange short messages while they are online. Instant messaging, or IM, and chat are examples of real-time messaging systems. VoIP, or Voice over Internet Protocol, or Voice over IP, is a technology in which a broadband internet connection is used to place telephone calls instead of the regular phone system. If you want to set up free computer-to-computer VoIP, you and the people you communicate with can download and install freeware or open-source VoIP clients. An Internet forum is a web-based online discussion site where participants post comments to discussion threads. A wiki allows participants to modify material. A blog, short for weblog, is similar to an online diary. It is maintained by one person and contains a series of entries on one or more topics. A tweet is a short message of 140 characters or less, posted to the Twitter website. This figure shows a Twitter page. Twitter is the platform for short messages called tweets. A grid computing system is a network of computers harnessed together to perform processing tasks. SETI at Home project is an example of a grid computing system. This figure shows how a browser can provide access to FTP downloads. This figure shows a Windows FTP client. FTP clients, such as FileZilla, make it easy to upload and download files from an FTP server. File sharing, sometimes called P2P file sharing, allows users to obtain files from other users located anywhere on the Internet. BitTorrent is a file-sharing protocol that distributes the role of file server across a collection of dispersed computers. Section E, Internet Security. In this section, you will learn about intrusion attempts, securing ports, NAT, virtual private networks. An intrusion is any access to data or programs by hackers, criminals, or other unauthorized persons. A communications port is the doorway that allows a computer to exchange data with other devices. A port probe, or port scan, uses automated software to locate computers that have open ports and are vulnerable to unauthorized access. This figure shows the results of a port scan. Your computer's ports are most secure if they don't even appear to exist when probed by a port scanner. This figure shows the Windows 7 firewall software. Windows 7 includes a built-in firewall that can be activated to monitor intrusion attempts. Do not enable it, however, if your antivirus software firewall is activated. A firewall is software or hardware designed to filter out suspicious packets attempting to enter or leave a computer. Sharing printers or files on a LAN or the Internet requires open ports so the data can be transferred to and from your computer. Routers are intended to work on LANs to monitor and direct packets being transported from one device to another. A routable IP address is one that can be accessed by packets on the Internet. A private IP address is a non-routable IP address that can be used within a LAN, but not for Internet data transport. This figure illustrates how a router monitors the IP addresses of packets on a LAN. Packets with local addresses, shown in green, are kept within the LAN. Packets with external addresses, shown in red, are routed out to the Internet. Network Address Translation, or NAT, is the process your router uses to keep track of packets and their corresponding private or public IP addresses. It is possible to secure remote connections by setting up virtual private network or VPN access to a remote access server in the corporate office. Access to a VPN is usually by invitation only. Employees who need to access a VPN are given the necessary instructions, addresses, and passwords to make connections. This figure shows how a personal VPN offers security for the data that you transmit from public Wi-Fi hotspots. That completes New Perspectives on Computer Concepts 2013, Chapter 6.